Hi everyone, it's Dr. Brie and Theresa Hebert. We're back. 2020, we made it. I've waited for this year for a long time. I've had to hold memories inside of me till now. Information that I was downloaded with, I've had to hold them in, and now I get to talk about them. Such as galactic healing, and I finally can start sharing that now and teaching more. I'm able to bring messages through a very special goddess that she is 76,000 years old, and her name is Goddess Era. And I've been working months with her. So I've been quiet and doing a few little things on Facebook or on YouTube just to get ready for this channel for this year. Goddess Era has so much information, and she is a being of love. And the one thing she taught me in changing our mindsets for this year, we were always talking about being in a love state in our heart chakra. Goddess Era taught me this though. It is not of a love state, it is a being of love, and putting it in your heart, the love. The beater part of your heart, which gives you everything. And the more you fill your heart up with love, the more you will reach more people and see the changes. And you will be able to heal a planet even more just by carrying love inside of your heart, the intelligent heart. So you're going to see pictures of Theresa and I side by side, looking different ways. Right now I'm looking at the camera, and we have so much we're going to talk about. So know and learn to be that being of love. So, hi Theresa, how are you?
I'm good. I'm happy that 2020 is finally here, and it's just something we're very passionate about, sharing all this information. So I'm very pleased to finally be able to do this.
It's been a long time, huh?
It has been a long time that we've had to hold in a lot of information. So it feels good to be able to share.
I agree. So being that being of love, some people don't understand that, and I've mentioned it. You know, we're talking about love state, stay in your heart chakra, or in your heart, right? But when you're that being of love, it goes directly into the heart, and it fills up more and more and more. And things around my life has changed. My attitude toward things, the way I listen to people, the way I hear things in my head and then take it down into my heart, and to see if it feels good or not. And the most grateful thing I am so grateful to do is when Goddess Era walked in on me and worked with me for what, 9 months now?
Yes.
And now she's out of the body and she comes back in when it's time. But she taught me so many things about myself that was wrong. We've read all these third dimensional books, and we're thinking, okay, we got to follow this timeline or that timeline. And she told me, no, just be you. Don't worry what other people think or say, whether they like your jacket you're wearing or what you're saying, because the information we're going to bring through has nothing to do with the way we look. It has to do with what's in our heart, the beater part of our heart. But she's kind of blown my mind a couple times with information. So you guys are going to hear Goddess Era. You're going to be able to listen. And then when we go live with the channel, you're going to be able to type questions in, and Theresa will read them to her, and she'll answer your questions. So that's one thing we're going to talk about. And Teresa's had the pleasure to work with her and practice with her and making sure that, she's gotten her own answers that she's needed also. So that's been a really great thing. The other thing is aging your soul. I had to look at my note for a minute. So it's just time, Teresa. Aging your soul. What does that truly mean, to age your soul? Well, one, be that being of love. No judgment toward yourself or anyone. And the lessons you learn are experiences that you wrote in. And I had a question about that, and you know that, Teresa. Mm-hmm. Really write in a couple of things I was concerned about. Well, I did. But that experience aged my soul. So as we do this and age the soul and bring these different topics forward, people are going to be able to understand so much. I'm going to bring in some past life memories. I want to say it that way. I'm not going to give the name out, any of that, but some of my memories and that I've had to hold on to 2020 came. And I asked them why, because it's been a long time. And you know that. Mm-hmm. And I said, why do I have to hold on to oil making, let's just say, right? And they said, because the people are not ready yet. I said, okay. I thought it was kind of a little insulting, but then I'm thinking about it and I'm going, okay, I get it. I get it now. They have to be a being of love and get that understanding of love in the heart and understand the intelligence of it and be that being of love. So that's what I will be doing, and a whole lot more. And now I'm going to let Theresa talk a little bit.
I was thinking about when you're talking about the being of love, and maybe why people might not understand some of the things that we're going to talk about, or because it may be very new subjects and they have a lot of indoctrination. For those of us that maybe were raised in a certain religious, perspective, you might have to be able to step aside from that and hear other things. But when you take your thoughts and you don't put a judgment or blame on anything anyone is saying, you're really able then to put that in your heart and say, let me listen and hear differently. And when you can do that, then you can begin to see something different, experience something different. But that's why it's so important to know. And I know we're going to talk about being a divine being, what that really means, and that everyone on this planet is a divine being, regardless of what your actions have been and are. Now that's going to be sometimes a little bit hard for people to hear, but we all are here having experiences to age our soul and to help each other. So there's those very passionate subjects that you and I are going to be talking about, because this is an area of passion for both of us in improving ourselves, talking about different kinds of things. And I know I've very curious about lots of things. And for me, I want to know about the Elven world. That's just come on. And these are some things maybe people don't think about. And I want to talk about the great shift of consciousness that we are currently in and what that really means. So we have lots to talk about, many, many subjects. So,
well, you brought up the Elven Realm.
Yes.
And I have my memories from then. Mm-hmm. I've had them since I've been a child. And when I say a child, I'm talking like 20 and into my teens. Right in there is when they came in. And I will be talking about that also. And why it's so important that people know this. And what's going to be fun about this show or program, whatever we want to call it, is we're not going to use books that we've read out of. And the reason why I'm saying this is because some of those books are third dimensional and some are not. Mm-hmm. There's a couple that are important that I will be using. And just referring you to the book, not using the book, but referring you because I really respect what the Great Shift of Consciousness is from, and who brought this all forward, Kahu Fred Sterling, which is an exclusive medium for Master Guy Carroll. And I think it's important that they have that recognition of this. And so it was something that I was taught that Master Guy Carroll comes from the seventh dimension. And so it's an off-planet discovery about this great shift that's happening right now. Mm-hmm. And so, and then my Elven memories, a few other ones, it doesn't matter the names. It matters I just do this journey. And as Era has said, the pathway to light. And I like when she takes her hand movements and she goes, the pathway to light. And she does that. Mm-hmm. And when I watch the videos, because my consciousness leaves the body, she comes in and uses the vocal cords and takes over the body and brings the messages through. And so you're going to see a lot more of that. And you in the Elven Realm, I'm telling you, you in the Elven Realm. Also, well, I will tell you this now, my Magi, and he's called Magi Lehi from the Elven Realm, will also come in and speak. So those are the only two I really will be allowing them to take over in the body and talk. And where he can tell you what he has seen through his eyes when he comes on coming back and forth on the planet. At first he was not happy what he saw, but it was like, okay, I'm here. Let's get some work done. And he really helped me. And so, you know, the things is that we're going to bring in 2020 is this happy new year of energy and bring it forward with the messages. And yes, I am very happy to finally be able to open my mouth and give fully information now. So while I was on the radio, I could only give so much. And now I can give a whole lot more. So I'll use one instance, the golden doors. So a golden door appeared in front of me. Was I going to take the golden door and go forward with faith, take a leap of faith and go through that golden door? I went through the golden door. But the journey in that golden door is something I had to experience. Then we have the black diamond. And that one I'm saving for later because that has to do with Gazira and a few other things. Should be talking about shining her black diamond and the goddess that she is and why she's here now. And so we have a lot of subjects, but everyone know that you're a divine being. And you don't have to be anything but be that being of love and aid your soul. So that's what we'll talk about, huh, Theresa?
Yes, we do not have to make life hard. We've become such a society of seekers instead of looking inside and just putting one foot, in front of the other. Those are very key learnings for me in the last, 4 or 5 years. The more that we can quiet the mind, the more you actually can slow down and accomplish. It doesn't sound like that would work that way, but it does work that way. And the impact that you have on people around you is phenomenal. And the information that you get, from your own inner voice, from your own guides, and from Goddess Era and others that, come through is life-changing. It's just simply life-changing. There's no other way to say it. And
it is. I agree. I have a very talkative angel that's in here.
With talkative guides.
I'm telling you, I think they talk more than we do.
There's lots to share from the other side to benefit all of us, isn't there?
So this summer, I was talking a little bit about a couple of things. Tristan and I went to Hawaii, and we had a great time there, and a lot of things changed in our lives that needed change. But I had an angel that was mad that I wasn't talking to her. And she comes from my true soul family, not ones that our true family were created, right? By the creative force. And we're going to explain the creative force. Not source, but force. So they understand that. That's new, and I want them to understand it. The thing is I was in a mediumship, and I was a client, and she kept interrupting. And all of a sudden I said to Master Carol, I said, "Is that Michelle? The one that was the parole officer?" And she had a large stroke on her motorcycle going home. And yes, that was her. Well, she was mad I hadn't been talking to her. I was so cluttered in my mind that I forgot to talk to my angels. So don't forget to talk to your angels every day. So in the morning, I'm like, "Good morning, all beings of light." I make it simple. I make sure everybody knows I am saying good morning. And then I have a little chat with her, and I have a chat with Luke Gazira, whether it be in the shower, whether it be while I'm sitting there having a cup of tea or whatever I'm doing, right? And so, like my little cup of water here, right? Trisha got me this cup. It's got blue roses. It has a butterfly on it for transformation. I love this cup. Oh, I'm telling you, this is a great cup. So, anyway, we're talking about things like that because we've been when you meant indoctrination, you said a little bit ago. Mm-hmm. We also have been indoctrinated with, quote, the New Age world, whatever you want to say, books. And they're still talking about the same things even now today. And it's like, they're over. You're healed from them. Sure, we have things we have to heal, right? So I'm not going to mention nobody's name right now, but I'm going to say, and I have lots of books over in my bookshelf. So some of those books they're there for reference now. They're not where I have to believe in everything they said. And when you lean on your guide and you're assigned a personal guide, you work with that guide and you ask that guide, how am I doing about this? Or how do I let the guide know how you feel? I had something happen and my feelings got hurt, let's say it that way. And I had to talk to her. And she explained some things to me. And so when you're working with your guides, and Trisha, you have your own personal guide, right? Assigned now. And so you work with her, and she's telling you, and we happen to have two females with us, right? Mm-hmm. And energies, and they come from the guidance realm, that I will say. And, that you lean on them and you ask them every day and talk to them to be able to get answers that you need. But the old ways of doing things is over. Now we're in 2020, and this new being of love is now who we are. No longer in that love state. Be a being of love. That's what I have to say. So we're just opening up this channel real quick this year. Happy New Year 2020 energy. Here we come. So God's blessings, everyone. And we will be talking with you soon. So have a great day. and enjoy this new year because I'm going to, and Teresa is also. Have a great day.